We're going to cover, Ashi SingleLegX as an amputee. So, as a single below the amputee, you have options. Each side's going to be played a little differently, and this is going to be really how any jiu-jitsu technique is going to go for you. And you're going to have to work with it and figure out and understand your differences and what's going to work for you. So, we throw up Ashi or SingleLegX on our side. On this side with our amputation on the outside, it can be pretty hard to control, especially as you go up in belt level and they're really great. You're not getting your foot in the hip, it's hard to control that hip. You can still work a sweep to take them down. No, I don't want to say
yeah.
It's a shadow realm. So you can still take them down. It's going to be more difficult as you go up in belt, and then if there's a discrepancy in size between you and your partner, if they're a lot larger than you, it's going to be harder. So to make that happen on this side, we want to make sure we focus on controlling this knee line by pinching our knees together, and we're going to drive our butt up off the ground to take them down. Now from here, generally what you want to do in his position to defend it, you want to strip the foot off your hip, and you can't. But then again, I can't really keep it there either. So what we want to do to adapt to this situation is really just pinch our knees together, and you're going to look to beat him escaping really on the side, because it's very hard to maintain on the side, because he's going to stuff this. If it requires anything at all, he's going to hop his butt over, and now you kind of lost the submission. But you can keep controlling the foot and kind of dictate how he's going to move. So if he doesn't hop over, we just pinch our legs together. Try to get your hand as far across your belly as you can, as close to the ankle as possible. Now, being on our hands, taking the weight off that, it makes it easier. Now we're just going to hop this elbow back and go down and arch. And there you have it on that side. We'll just start standing. Now on the side, we have the full limb. It's a lot easier. We can keep the heel into his hip, and it makes it easier to pinch our knees together and control them if we want. Generally, your inside leg is your foot would either go to the far butt cheek, or would just simply wrap in so you can pinch, but you don't really have that here. So generally a counter is they want to stuff this leg between theirs, and they're going to step over after clearing the foot off their hip. So they're going to get here, right? So a big advantage we have on this side for Ashi is we simply step over and we cover. So we're really locking our foot in the hip, and makes it very difficult for him to clear this. So now a counter you'll see here, this is brown belts and black belts, but it won't really matter if you're in the street. If he goes to toe hold you, if you're in the street and the guy goes to toe hold you, just stop and shake his hand and just go home. So he goes to toe hold you, you can take your stump and clear his hands off of that to keep him getting toe hold. So he could get it in set pretty deep. So you remember how to do that? Yeah. So he goes in to crunch it and to finish it. You can just clear his hands off, get back in position, and cover. He's not really going to win that. He might delay it, but he's not going to win. And so from here, to sweep is a lot easier. So we're going to take this leg, our stump, we're going to press it up over and replace our foot, and we're going to trip the far leg. Now we just end up in this position, keeping our stump in his hip. Very difficult to clear. You can't really peel it off because he needs to hop over it. You're pinning him to the ground while keeping your knees pinched makes it difficult. The whole time he's fighting that, trying to figure it out, because I'm sure he doesn't go against amputees all the time. We're just going to slide back on his ankle, get in position, and get the finish. So that side one more time. Foot in the hip. You can pinch regularly, or just go over the ankle and you lock it in. He's going to go to peel this foot off. That's fine. We cover the hip, drop behind the knee, and we get I guess it would be a sweep if you come up. So make sure we lock down, keep that hip controlled, get the ankle, hop the elbow back, get this angle, and finish. You have some other options to come up and recover, advance your position if you want to. I'll cover that in later videos. But for now, let's just stick with the SingleLegX Ashi to the straight ankle lock finish. As white belt, blue belt, I really focused on the SingleLegX. Was a really good position for me, and it leads to a lot of other things, double X, waiter sweep, things like that, that you can use to your advantage. So, yeah. If you have any questions, put them in the comments. I'd love to answer those questions. Talk if you have advice on how you work with your amputation. Let me know.